Day to all of you. A few comments on capacity, since I think it's easier for me to talk than it is to type, and I can make myself a little bit clearer. All good discussions on Tesla and on Zappos. I just wanted to hit a few other things from the chapter, as well as a personal experience, specifically at the bakery. Uh, Capacity and growth, you would like to be undertaken in a controlled fashion. Hopefully, your strategy would address this. 10% a year, maybe 15% a year. I know for a while our president wanted to do 25% a year. Pretty challenging. Can't always control that though. The type of customers you go after will often determine how fast you may have to ramp up. We specifically wanted to be in Walmart. It was said that the only thing worse than being in Walmart was not being in Walmart. And when you're a small company and you want to get in, you need to get in with the understanding that you best not overpromise and underdeliver, or you'll be out pretty quickly. When I got to the bakery, the company was already providing one or two cookies to the Walmarts and was doing fairly well, and they wanted to increase their business. So they got their products accepted, up to 8 or 10 different products in the Walmart, and growth no longer went at 25%. It took an exponential jump to don't even know what it went to, but it almost doubled the business for the entire company. Required a lot of overtime, a lot of extra people. There were several days where there were twice as many temporary employees in the building as there were regular employees on a shift. All leads to quality issues, training issues, safety issues. Whenever we wanted to address an undercapacity issue and we used temporary employees or we worked overtime, come to find out that we could work about 5 weeks overtime, working Saturdays, maybe Sundays, at which point the employees were too tired, too worn out, and it was not beneficial, either efficiency, productivity-wise, or safety-wise. So there's a limit to how far you can push people overtime, down to bringing people in from the outside. To contribute to this, you also have the working conditions. The bakery was not air conditioned. During the summer, there are times the bakery got up to 107 degrees. This is a challenge for the people as well as a challenge for the product. So small companies have a lot more issues to deal with a lot less resources to handle them, but they too try to grow in a controlled fashion. We followed the lean concept in many cases whenever we needed to increase some type of production. Besides the employees, we may add another line. You have a cookie line running for one shift, you just add a second cookie line. You have the machinery, not too much of a big deal. At what point do you buy more equipment? If you buy new equipment, it takes 22 to 24 weeks for the manufacturer usually to make that and deliver it to you. So it's not an immediate gain in capacity. You can buy used equipment, which is a lot of what we did, but there are probably pretty good reasons why the equipment was used. Worn out, no longer maintained the tolerances and specifications needed for performance, and maybe had some sanitation issues, the ability to clean it, take it apart, maintain it. Okay. But this is a good way to do business as you're growing until you reach that point that you find out, maybe it's time we invest that $1 million into a long tunnel oven with all its support facilities and the spiral freezer coming off the end of it. I'm sure Oreo, Nabisco, those types of cookies are all made in this fashion, but that is a lot of capacity. If you were to install that in the bakery, we could have probably run in a day and a half what we'd normally run in 5 to 6 days. So if you do not have the business, you'll have a lot of underutilized machinery, which is money sitting there doing nothing for you. So again, small businesses have challenges in capacity. How they address those. Service industries, very similar. How much do you stress your people? How much overtime do you work until you want to bring on new people? And again, if you're in the health industry, doctors, nurses, medical professionals, these do not just drop out of the sky. You need to recruit, find good ones, bring them into your culture. So again, growth is a challenge. Just wanted to cover some of the things in capacity there that's mentioned in the chapter. Put some practical experience to it. Hope you've enjoyed and learned a bunch from the capacity issues. And we'll be moving on next week to job design and plant locations and advantages to those locations and the decisions. Thank you again, and have a good Father's Day.